Hey guys, I'm Natasha and welcome back to Cucina Mia. Today we're going to be doing some healthy muffins which I'll be making with oats, strawberries, bananas and whole wheat flour. This recipe actually came along because my little one, he loves sweets, he loves cakes, and I think the first word he learned to say was cake. So I had to come up with some healthy recipes which were without white processed flour and without too much sugar. So yeah, let's get on with it, and I'll give you lots of tips and tricks as we go along. There's minimal butter, there's brown sugar, oh, and the great part, it's eggless. It's egg free, there's no egg, so in case you're vegan or you don't consume eggs, this recipe is perfect for you. The first step is to mix the dry ingredients together. If you come along here, now I have something called oats flour. Oats flour is nothing but your regular oats, any kind of oats. I've used simple Quaker oats. All I've done is blended it in a blender to get a powder consistency. So 3/4 cup of oats flour goes in. And I have 3/4 cup of whole wheat flour. Half a teaspoon of baking soda, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. Since there's no egg in this, we need to use baking powder and baking soda together. Just give it a mix and keep it aside. So now we mix the wet ingredients together. If you come along here, what I have is room temperature butter, 1/4 cup of butter. So whenever you're baking, it's important to keep your butter outside so that it sticks at room temperature. Hard butter will really not work, so make sure you decide ahead of time. And then I have 1/4 cup of brown sugar. You could use white sugar, but brown sugar just adds a lot more color, moisture, and it's slightly healthier for you. So that's the butter and sugar beaten together into a smooth consistency. What I have here is 2 large bananas mashed up. You need your bananas to be ripe because the ripe bananas add to the moisture of the cake. And you just give it a mix. So the wet ingredients are done, the banana, sugar and butter. And we've got the dry ingredients. You remember we mixed that earlier: oats flour, whole wheat flour, baking powder, baking soda. You put that in, and I've got 3/4 cups of milk. 3/4 cup of milk. In case you want to make it vegan and without milk or lactose free, you can use almond milk. The same quantity of almond milk would be fine. You just combine it with a wooden spatula. You don't need to beat it further. Here you go. It's all gently combined. I add in the strawberries. You could use frozen blueberries, frozen blackberries, cranberries, anything you like. You could throw in some almonds, some walnuts, whatever you like. So I've got the batter here, and you could mix in some almonds, some walnuts, whatever your preference is, or some mixed seeds. I've got the muffin tins ready. Now the 2 ways, you can either use liners and line your muffin tins. In case you don't have liners, don't stop yourself from making these muffins. All you need to do is, I've got some melted butter here, and you just need to take a brush and just lightly, there you go, you see, just brush so that it doesn't stick. Muffins usually bake easily and nicely, and they come out without a problem. You have to let them cool first, that's important. Right, so we've got this, and I've got my spoons, and all we need to do is very neatly put in the batter up to 3/4 of your muffin tin. So this tray is with the muffin liners. I want to show you both styles. And you just put it in like this, 3/4 of the way. So the muffin tins are all done. We have 12 muffins going in. Oven preheated at 180 degrees. Baking time 20 minutes. And then you need to check as per your oven. the muffins are done. And we just leave it on the wire rack to cool. Muffins have cooled in the tin for about 15 minutes and they're nice and crispy outside and soft inside. Do you want to see what it looks like inside? I'll just break one for you. Here you go, see? It's a perfectly cooked texture. And yeah, they're nice and oaty, healthy, whole wheat. All you do is dust some icing sugar on top. And these are nice, pretty things ready to go. So yeah, that's it from me. Hope you do make this recipe. If you do, please tag me on Instagram and Facebook at Cucina Mia by Natasha or hashtag Cucina Mia by Natasha. If you have any queries, feel free to send me a DM and I'd be happy to get back. For the detailed recipe of these muffins, you can go to www.cucinamiabynatasha.com to get the recipe in text. And until then, happy cooking and happy baking.